Let's stay with news around entertainment, but on a more positive note, the Mzansi Youth Choir continues to make South Africa proud. They made history during their performance on the hit TV show America's Got Talent, where they secured the first ever group golden buzzer. Let's take a look at that moment.
I wrote 100 pages, but I burnt them all. Yeah, I burnt them all. I drove through yellow lights and didn't stop at all. I didn't stop at all. Oh, dang, all of mine, I can't hide. I know what I wanted, but I guess I'm alive. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. To be us, we all lost, and it's alright. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. To be us, we all lost, and it's alright.
We've never done this before, but we've always discussed one day giving the audience something.
This is for Jane.
Now, that stellar performance has catapulted them, to the semi-finals that will be taking place in August. To tell us more, we're joined by the music director, Sidumo Nyamezele. It's very difficult for me to not get emotional at such an amazing occurrence that happened on stage there. Tell us a little bit about the work that goes into being a music director and producing such an amazing performance from such talented young people.
Wow. It's a difficult job.
Yeah.
It's a difficult job. To be a music director, you're like a mentor, you are a teacher, you're a role model, you are a person who has to tap into a zone where you don't even understand and produce magic.
And you really did. You really did, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, when you decided that you were going to go and perform on the America's Got Talent stage, what inspiration was that about?
Look, it happened in a very strange way. Just to give you a quick, a background of it. Moritz Lotz, he came to our rehearsal and his girlfriend.
Yeah.
So his girlfriend said, Sidumo, there's a lady, Night Betty, who sang in America's Got Talent with this beautiful song. Can you guys do something about it? So we did not even think about going to America's Got Talent. So we look at the song, we cried immediately.
Yeah.
You know, the story is intense, the music is intense. The text of that song is just amazingly done. So we said, wow, how are we going to start doing this? So myself and Moritz arranged the song. So I arranged mostly the vocal part of the song. So I did more than 10 voices, 10 split. So this first chorus, the second chorus. I reworked the song, we reworked the song, we worked with the guys forever on the music. So, you know what, we didn't know, honestly, this song is just going to kick off and hit off the way it's still making us cry even now.
Yeah.
You see, that's the power on the original song. So credit to Night Betty as well.
Yeah, and Night Betty has unfortunately passed away. She passed away
sadly.
from cancer. And the song's name is called It's Okay. It does have a South African flavor to it. You know, it's not the original version. It's got a lovely sense of wholesomeness. Why was that important to make it different, but keeping the sentiment and the deep message behind it?
Look, it resonates with us because it carries a message of hope. It carries a message of resilience. That, you know what, today might be the worst of days, but it's okay. You know, tomorrow can become a better day, and that's what happened to us. And it's very interesting because it's becoming a slogan for everybody.
It's okay.
All the, I mean, the funny vibes we have, we'll just say it's okay, you know, and it would uplift our spirit, and you know what. And what the music does to the world, it does exactly the same thing because the feedback that we get from people, wow, hope, wow, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
You see.
Yeah. Tell us about the rehearsals. How much time were you guys spending together rehearsing? I'm sure there was a lot of frustration, funny moments, anger, some tears maybe. Tell us a little bit about that experience.
Lots of tears, I can tell you. Our rehearsals are very intense. The ethos is discipline first. Before we do anything, we must make sure that the discipline, I mean, the work ethic becomes, I mean, hugely, because we demand a lot. Myself and Alfred, there's a partner in crime who's not here. He's an artistic director, who's a choreographer also, who has created the stunning choreography. We're very hard on them.
Yeah.
We're very hard on them because we know the world does not accept anything but a very high sense of excellence.
Yeah.
So we're striving for that excellence. So the rehearsals, some rehearsals, let's be honest, they become messy.
Yeah.
But we forgive them. You see, we would forgive them because we know tomorrow, I mean, the energy, different energy. Look, credit to them. They're giving us, I mean, the energy to work with.
Yeah.
So they give their all.
Yeah.
So if they give us their all, it's a pressure for myself and Alfred to actually make sure that they flourish and excel.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a fun space, but it's an intense space.
Yeah.
99% of the time, it's very intense, but it's fun also.
Yeah, yeah. So as the music director, because I almost burst into tears when I was watching that moment, but being there, being within that experience and seeing the love and the support that the choir got from the audience, how did you feel in that moment when they were done with that performance and received such love and appreciation from people all the way on the other side of the world?
I zoned off. I cried forever.
Oh, yeah.
So I was a baby boy. I shed lots of tears.
Yeah.
You know, because it started when they were narrating the story for me. Then the journey just played. I mean, the rehearsals, the story of Night Betty. I mean, they're little stories also, you know, but how they've grown, I mean, to what they've presented on stage. So the emotions were intense. And it was very nice. These beautiful musicians, they did a nice build-up from their presentation. They presented it so well. But once they started singing, Lutando started. So Zoe, Guinea Lewis, Busi, so the entire ensemble. Look, it felt as if I didn't play any part on the music.
Yeah.
So they actually treated all of us. And I was part of the people that enjoy the music, but who was intensely emotional.
Yeah, and I want us to get into a discussion on the preparation ahead of August. But before we do, Zoe, you're the head girl of the choir. Tell us about that experience when, you know, all that confetti, the golden confetti fell from the ceiling of the stage, and that feeling where you even made Simon Cowan, one of the tough ones, tear up because of your performance.
Firstly, we never expected it. It was a thing that we wanted to do 3 or 4 years, and that's all. We never expected that Simon would even cry. We never expected that the audience would root for us so much, that we got the audience golden buzzer first in the history of America's Got Talent. So it was a moment where we just realized that we've worked so hard, and
yeah, and of course, Night Birdie acknowledged your rendition of It's Okay. How do you guys feel about that? You know, the fact that it's been recognized by the original songstress and she absolutely adored it.
sorry.
Performers, you sure are very shy. Zoe, maybe you can help her as the head girl. Or would you want to go ahead?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
The question was the fact that Night Birdie enjoyed your rendition of the song. How do you guys feel about that? I think she also posted it on Instagram, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah.
She did respond just before she passed away. And so that was a very beautiful moment for us because we appreciate her story. We resonate with her story. I mean, we all go through a lot of things in our lives. So Nightbird was our pillar of strength at some point. Like every day at the choir, we believe in her words, we believe in her story. So it was a beautiful moment when she responded.
What do you guys do as a group just before going on stage to get into the zone? Do you pray? Do you have a little bit of a saying that you guys have, a quote? What is it that you guys do to get into that zone to make sure that you give the audience your best?
Or 10 minutes before we go on stage, we actually have a moment to ourselves. So we have... Everyone has their own corner.
Hold on, Zoe. I've been told that your mic is not working. If you could just swap mics there and you could just tell us. So 10 minutes.
Yes, 10 minutes before the show, everyone goes to their own little corner. You get into the performance, get into the zone. And just maybe 2 seconds before, we all pray together and we go on stage.
Yeah. So let's talk about August then. It's coming up quite quickly. I know you can't give us everything that you are planning for that stage at America's Got Talent, but what is the thinking and what is it that you want to give to that audience?
Sure, it's a difficult one.
Yeah.
After this great reception we received from South Africa and everywhere in the world, we are so much under pressure. And
How do you beat the best performance?
I sleep too little because now we're working on different ideas, you know, different concepts. Because, you know, I think if I can give you a little bit of where we're going to venture on is hope again. That element of giving hope. And I'm sure something that we're going to come up with, I'm quite certain it has to be educational as well. So that journey is gonna continue. Which song? I must not even lie to you. I don't have a clue. You see, if you could see our list of choices, it's just, it's getting long every day, but with God's help, we'll get there.
Yeah, I have to ask you, you don't know what the song is, but there is a list. Is it likely to be a South African song, or are we going to venture internationally again?
There's lots in that list.
Okay.
There's lots in that list. And by the way, for It's Okay as well, I've actually included some African elements with lots of African vibe in it, lots of African idiom. For sure.
Yeah.
I would make sure that proudly South African moment is there as well.
No, Sidumo, you've done a great job. You guys are amazing. And of course, we don't just talk to them. They're going to be performing for us after the break. So don't go anywhere. We're going to get a taste of what exactly it is that made Simon Cowan cry.